Ever wonder why some guys walk into the room and instantly command respect, while others get ignored? That's what we're breaking down today. In this video, I'm going to give you an overview of the Socio-Sexual Hierarchy, the SSH. This alpha to omega framework exploded online because it's brutally honest about human behavior. It explains status, attraction, charisma, why some people get everything handed to them and others fight for every scrap. Let's pull up the pyramid so you can see what we're dealing with here. One for men, one for women. They look similar, but there are key differences I'll explain. The first thing to understand is that the SSH measures sexual and charismatic appeal. This isn't about how rich you are or how prestigious your job is or how fulfilled you feel. You can be a billionaire and still be an omega, or a sigma and dead broke. It sounds extreme, but it's possible, because the SSH is really about natural beauty and charisma. People get tripped up thinking the SSH is the only hierarchy of life. It isn't, but it's the one that explains why some people get attention, love, loyalty, and respect, and others don't. Some people find it hard to stomach, but it's true. Let's start with the men. The alpha is the classic leader of men. Physically gifted, charismatic, admired by women, respected by other men, born to lead. Sound like someone you know? Yeah, this guy always runs the show. Donald Trump is the best example of the alpha today. Even people who hate him acknowledge that he dominates everything and everyone around him. The sigma is the alpha's equal in power and appeal, but he's completely outside the system. Lone wolf, introverted, capable of command, but only when he chooses. The sigma genuinely doesn't care about anyone's attention or approval. The sigma male has become a near mythic figure, the man who refuses to play the game in a superficial modern world. This only makes him more magnetic. The sigma's mystique is why so many men think they're sigmas, but few really are. A modern celebrity example is Keanu Reeves. Quiet, mysterious, deeply respected, and somehow cooler the less he says. He doesn't chase fame, yet everyone loves him. The bravos are the upper betas of men. Attractive, extroverted, fun-loving, capable of leadership, but they generally love pleasure more than power. The bravo is the life of the party, but not the king of it. Most frat guys are bravos. Smart, want to have a good time, enjoy women. They can shine on their own, but in the end, most bravos fall in line behind a charismatic alpha. Think Timothy Chalamet or Sonny Corleone. Charming, passionate, never quite the boss. The betas are the loyal lieutenants. Reliable, non-confrontational, prefer to follow an alpha rather than challenge him. Betas get a lot of undeserved hate. The truth is, they're essential to everything. The true beta is intelligent and above average in looks. What he lacks is charisma and ambition. He seeks to be a follower of a strong alpha and have a loyal wife he can trust. Gamma males are very common today. Usually intelligent, sometimes even good-looking, but emotionally unstable. The gamma rejects the hierarchy but can't escape it, and his resentment shows. Picture the guy who's always whining about women online. That's gamma energy. I'll have a lot more to say about gammas in later videos, but for now, just think of the gamma as a wannabe sigma. He rejects the hierarchy, but doesn't have the emotional ability or discipline to endure true solitude and independence. Deep down, he craves validation. The deltas are the average guys, the worker bees of society. They don't stand out, they don't cause trouble, they just keep the wheels turning. Your quiet coworker who never causes trouble but is always there, classic delta. Modern technology has been brutal for deltas. Once they could marry, raise families, quietly contribute, now many struggle just to find partners. The omega males are at the bottom, physically unattractive, socially excluded, often completely outside the sexual marketplace. Omegas generally repulse anyone in the social hierarchy and find solace in niche online communities of other omegas. Now, the female hierarchy mirrors the male one, but beauty plays an even bigger role. The alpha female is beautiful, classy, and graceful, obsessed with prestige and lineage. The alpha female gets worshipped naturally. She doesn't need or want attention from lower status men. This is the woman every man wants, and only the best can get. She only seriously considers alpha men as long-term partners, but she may have sigmas as lovers. Someone like Cate Blanchett is a celebrity alpha, beautiful but graceful and aristocratic. The sigma female is as beautiful as the alpha, but more mysterious and independent. The sigma disdains the normal female pecking order, and men are universally obsessed with her. The sigma woman is almost extinct in today's feminine-dominated society, and I'll dig into why in a later video. The baddies are the upper betas of women, gorgeous but less refined than the alpha. Baddies rely on overt sexual display. Like male bravos, they're more interested in pleasure than power. Unlike alphas, baddies happily take attention and money from lower status men. Most of the beautiful women active on the internet are baddies. Megan Fox is an example of a celebrity baddie idolized for her sex appeal. Women have two lower beta types, the broody and the chastity, equal in rank and beauty but with different strategies. The broody is the fun girl, flirty, relying on one or two strong features for sex appeal. You can think of the broody as baddie light. She isn't as beautiful and often seeks sexual validation from higher status men. The broody will have a professional career, but often chooses it for the men she hopes she can get. The chastity is the good girl, quiet, modest, often religious, attracting men through innocence and soft femininity. When broodies go trad, they become chasties. Chasties are more on the wife market than the sex market, and so you can think of their strategy as alpha light. Chasties have careers, but will often drop them if they marry. The gamma females are the alternative girls. Intelligent, emotional, sometimes very beautiful, but highly volatile. Just like the gamma male, the gamma female struggles with insecurity and drama. Gamma women often have deep psychological issues that make long-term commitment with them difficult and undesirable. Many gammas are damaged and view men with suspicion. Some are feminist or career-oriented. Others are artsy or involved in subcultures. The delta females are the true mids. Average in looks, they compensate with loyalty and support. Deltas may be strong feminists or overlooked girls seeking marriage. Either way, deltas rely on hard work to gain attention. Like delta males, delta females struggle more today, and it's harder than ever for deltas to pair off with each other like they used to. The omega females are the ones men ignore. Physically unattractive, often bitter, outside the sexual market entirely. Unlike omega men, no woman is naturally omega. They end up there, usually through extreme neglect of health and appearance. So now you're probably wondering, where do you fit into all this? This matters because honesty is the first step to improvement. You can't change where you are if you lie to yourself about where you stand. This is why so many people stay stuck. They refuse to face reality. And yes, you can change ranks, but it's not easy. Here's how it usually happens. These are the most common pipelines for men. Gamma to sigma, the most popular path. The gamma overcomes insecurity and gains quiet confidence. Bravo to alpha, the bravo learns discipline and channels passion into real leadership. The beta to bravo, the beta develops charisma and social presence to step up when needed. The delta to beta, the delta becomes a more valuable team player by following a strong leader. And the omega to delta, the omega escapes isolation and starts contributing to society. Every step up the ladder takes a lot of effort, but it is possible. And we'll be breaking down each type and each pipeline in future videos. That's the overview of the socio-sexual hierarchy. Now it's time to start the journey. In the next video, I'm going to take on the biggest criticisms of the SSH, and trust me, there are plenty, and show why this framework actually works. If you're ready to understand human behavior at a level most people never reach, hit subscribe, and let's move through the hierarchy together.